Manga-Waido.
My name is Yusuke Takahashi. I'm dull and have no money or a girlfriend. I'm a 25-year-old with nothing. I was born in the countryside of Ibaraki Prefecture, but I've been living alone in Tokyo since I was a university student. I work as an engineer and I have to work every day with short deadlines with no time to sleep. I wonder if I should have just stayed in my hometown and helped out my parents. That's what I think from time to time. My family have been farmers since my grandfather's generation. They mostly farm tomatoes, then peppers, followed by Chinese cabbages. My parents take care of the fields alongside foreign workers from Vietnam. I left my parents' house to go to school and went straight to work in Tokyo after graduation. My parents asked me to take over the farm, but I refused, telling them I had something I wanted to do. But I'm a liar. This is what I get for cheating my parents. It's not like I had something I wanted to do in particular. I just didn't want to work in the dirt fields. The company I joined has a bad working environment and I'm just a young guy who gets used however they like. Basically a corporate slave. Plus, I'm being watched by my boss who yells at me constantly, which makes me sick to my stomach every day. But then one night, when I was getting tired of it all, a woman was crouched in front of my apartment. She didn't look like a homeless person, but she was dressed in dirty clothes. A drunk. How troublesome. But I can't just leave her be. When I fearfully approached her, the woman in a drunken state muttered things like, "I'm worthless," and "I just want to be happy. What should I do?" It's either I called the police or an ambulance. As I was hesitating, the woman woke up. She turned her head away in embarrassment when she noticed me.
I'm sorry. I think I drank too much. I'm sorry for causing you trouble.
No, don't worry about it. You must be going through a lot. Just give me a minute. I brought a bottle of water from my room and let her drink it. That seemed to sober her up that night, so we parted ways. It was when I had forgotten about that night taking care of the drunken woman. I started feeling some strange stares these past few days. Who is that lady? She's looking at me again. Why is she stalking me? How creepy. On my way to work, my days off, morning, noon, and night, there were moments where I noticed a woman staring at me. It was getting to the point where I thought about calling the cops. If that didn't happen, I might have actually done so. One day, to my surprise, that woman suddenly collapsed on the street. Hey! Are you alright? Should I call an ambulance?
I'm sorry. I'm bothering you again. I just got a little dizzy, that's all.
Huh? Isn't this stalker the drunk from last time? Looking closely, she's quite pretty. I mean, she looks familiar. I took her back to my room, although she felt sorry, and gave her another glass of water. I didn't have any ulterior motives. I had the feeling that we had met somewhere before. I wanted to hear more details about her.
My name is Satomi Kobayashi. We went to the same elementary and junior high school, but you probably don't remember.
Kobayashi. I remember. What? You're Satomi? You've lost so much weight. I was stunned. Last I remember, Satomi was so great that she looked like a Yokozuna from Women's Sumo.
Yes, that Satomi. You were the only one who always treated me kindly.
Satomi told me that she wanted to thank me for the past and had been waiting an opportunity to do so.
Please, Yusuke. I don't have a place I can go back to right now. Can you leave me in your room for a while? I'll do the housework, chores, or anything else you want.
Do anything? I couldn't help but have a bad feeling. But I couldn't just kick her out since she had nowhere else to go. I decided to let her stay at my place. Satomi and I started living together. Satomi, who was a clerk at a temporary staffing agency until 6 months ago, became a good advisor for me.
Don't force yourself to stay in a difficult environment. Why don't you at least sign up for a job searching site?
Whenever I had some work I had to take home, Satomi would help me willingly without a trace of complaint.
You need to turn in these documents by tomorrow? That's a lot of work. Ask me anything. I'll help you. Let me borrow this laptop.
As a programmer with a liberal arts background, I really appreciate her math skills and her ability to handle paperwork. She soon became indispensable to me. Plus, Every time I came home, Satomi was there to welcome me with her home-cooked meals. My cold apartment I was using just to sleep in became a warm and comfortable place to stay. Thanks to Satomi's support, my shabby life as a corporate slave became enriched. Satomi was also a ridiculously good cook. Delicious! You could serve this at a restaurant. I've never had anything this good before.
You're exaggerating, but thanks. My cooking is from my grandmother's tradition. I'm proud of it.
Satomi's parents died in a car accident when she was in 6th grade, and she has lived with her maternal grandparents ever since. One day, a large package arrived at my apartment. It was directly shipped from Ibaraki.
I asked a friend who's a farmer to send it specially for me. Let's open it.
Inside were many vegetables such as tomatoes and eggplants. Satomi made a number of delicious meals with them.
I think it's good to eat something from your birthplace every once in a while, to heal your body and soul.
Satomi's dish made with tomatoes from Ibaraki Prefecture were really delicious. It almost made me tear up.
What's wrong? Was the seasoning too harsh?
My parents are tomato farmers, but I didn't want to take over, so I lied to my parents. After all this time, it made me want to apologize to my parents for lying and running away. Satomi suggested that I do so.
Why don't you call them? Let them know you're doing well. I'm sure they'll be happy to hear from you.
I genuinely believed I should. Let them know what's been going on, and about Satomi as well. I thought I spent my life being used as an engineering slave. But with you, Satomi, I think I could change.
What? What happened all of a sudden?
Because of the hardships as a corporate slave, I even contemplated death at one point. But Satomi gently healed my battered heart. I couldn't help but feel myself becoming more and more attracted to Satomi. Such happiness came to an end all too abruptly. It was when I came home from work. I ran to Satomi, who was neatly dressed with her arms full of luggage right in front of my apartment. Satomi? What's going on? Are you going somewhere this late? Holding all that luggage.
That's right. I'm leaving. I'm free to go wherever I want, aren't I? It's none of your business.
What? Satomi?
I didn't tell you, but I'm in love with someone. He's a nice guy with money to spare and a bright future.
You're kidding me.
We're going to start a relationship with marriage in mind, so don't look for me, okay?
Hey, Satomi, wait a second. What are you talking about?
Well then, good luck on your own. Goodbye, engineering slave.
With that, Satomi left in a flash. No way. I stood there for a while in shock. But when I thought about it, something was off. Satomi wasn't the kind of person who would say something like that. I couldn't help but think that there was something going on, and was curious. So I got myself together and began looking for her. But things didn't go so easily. I looked everywhere Satomi could have possibly gone to, but I couldn't find her. I thought I knew her well, but it seems I don't know anything about her after all. One day, when I was about to lose hope. Why didn't I notice this? The tomatoes Satomi's friend sent me. On the package print, there was the farmer's contact information who was from Ibaraki, which was my hometown. That must be Satomi's friend. And that cardboard hadn't been taken out of the garbage yet. For once, I was saved by my own laziness. And I called him hoping for the best. And then, my guess was correct.
I was told not to talk about it, but Satomi was actually...
What? No way. No. And I finally found Satomi.
Yusuke, how did you find this place?
It doesn't matter. Satomi, are you alright? It was a hospital in Ibaraki. Satomi was terminally ill with cancer. Was it ever since that time you were following me?
Yeah. I was told I only had 6 months to live, and I wanted to see you before I die. I'm sorry. I lied to you, that I had no place to go.
I couldn't bear to think that she had been enduring the pain in her body for so long while she was with me. I'm sorry, Satomi. I was only talking about myself. I couldn't notice what you were going through.
Yusuke, you didn't do anything wrong. It was all my decision.
Satomi smiled softly as she said that made me feel so much love for her. I wrapped Satomi's hand in mine and held it. I love you, Satomi. I want to be by your side forever. Satomi nodded gently. Then I took the plunge and quit my job and switched to one where I could work from home, by Satomi's request. I lived in her parents' house and took care of her full time. Satomi was told she only had 6 months to live, but she spent a year and a half with me, and one morning, she took her last breath next to me. Satomi, thank you. Satomi, who saved me from the suffering of a life as a corporate slave. I wonder if I was able to do enough for her. I made up my mind to live my life without regret for Satomi, and made the decision to return to my parents' house. My parents were surprised when my son announced that I would take over the family business. I know it's hard to learn everything from scratch, but I wasn't going to back down. I'll grow the local vegetables Satomi liked. Watch over me. As I said this at the grave, I heard a bird sing. I believed it was Satomi's reply.